This is some from the Daily Wire. This is some more right-wing cope. This time about YouTube censorship. So you know it's good. The YouTube censorship hypocrisy exposed. 2016 versus 2020 election. This is a little short one for you. A little short one.
Earlier this
How am I the never most cringe thing on stream? I know.
week, YouTube announced that they will start removing any piece of content uploaded today or anytime after that misleads people by alleging that widespread fraud or errors changed the outcome of the 2020 US presidential election.
Yes, that's a good thing. We're finally taking steps to counter misinformation on these large social media sites. That is ideal. It would be good, in fact, if we lived in a society where reality was a thing. So instead of worrying about like this fake conspiracy about how you lost the election was lost because oh my God, this totally fake thing happened that isn't real. Why don't you address the reason you lost? Wouldn't we have a much more productive society if Republicans addressed why they lost this election? The reason you lost this election, record numbers, all-time record numbers, you got crushed in this election by Joe Biden, who, as a lefty, I can tell you, we were not super jacked up about. The fact that we weren't even super excited to vote for the guy, but you've done such a bad job running the country that we did it anyway, should speak volumes. But instead of listening to the criticism, instead of listening to the things that American citizens don't fucking like, you go, it must be a conspiracy. As a lefty, I am perfectly happy with the Republicans ignoring the reasons they fail. But I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do, the not most politically expedient. I'm gonna tell you where you fucked up. Number one, Donald Trump's terrible. He's just terrible. Number two, he's just bad at the job. Number two, most importantly, your opinions are less popular. And they have been for some time. Your opinions are less popular. Have you considered being more popular? And the way you do that is to have opinions that are, check it out, more popular. So like healthcare, over 70% of all people, regardless of political affiliation, agree with like universal healthcare, Medicare for all. So let's do that. That's just very simple. Have you considered the fact that like people don't like proliferation of war? They don't like antagonizing and exacerbating race issues in the country. They don't like the fact that during a global pandemic you so poorly mishandled it. They don't like not getting paid to stay at home. Like, if you would just have said, like, hey, until this is over, if you stay in your house and wear a mask, you get $2,000 a month. Stay in your house, wear a mask, you get $2,000 a month. Your businesses will be fine. Like, that's all it takes. We don't like fascism? True. Like, there's lots of stuff we don't like about your belief system. You can either cling to that or you can adapt. They do hate people. That's true. Am I hearing... What is going on over here? What are you looking for?
What is going on over here?
What is going on over here?
I was looking to find more glue if I could find
More glue? Mm-hmm. Try in this general vicinity!
Thanks.
Do it now!
I love you.
I love you too. I love and respect you! Don't look at my DM stuff!
Oh,
baby boo.
Don't do it! Stupid Sarah. Millie Nilly, thanks for the 3 months.
The Cthulhu I got makes this look like a little punk ass bitch.
Well, he's a star spawn. It's not quite the same thing. Use that Loctite as glue.
That is not going.
Did you take my squeezy? It had squeezy sides. Did you take the one with the squeezy sides?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, that's the one I had then. Then you took it. Shit. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Well, hold on. We have a whole
Wow, you just can't be in here doing that. What's in that box?
Well, I'm gonna take this.
Let me see that box right there.
Hold on.
That box.
Yes.
Yeah, let me see it.
Oh, that's our jars.
Ooh, we should make jars.
We're gonna make potions.
We gotta make potions, chat. Squeezy sides.
Alright, let me take this whole bag of crap.
Alright, enjoy that. You just ruined this YouTube video, by the way.
Sorry.
Trashed it.
I'll cut myself out.
Yeah, well, you should. Before I cut you out. Stop asking not the squeezy sides, yeah. Anyway.
And we want every illegal
Oh, I can't stand her face.
vote.
Well, I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this.
Yes. Yes. That's bad.
He knows he's an illegitimate president. He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did.
You can
Well, I don't know about Hillary Clinton, but I mean, he lost the popular vote and barely won the election the first time around. What was it, like 130,000 votes or something, like total between the swing states that he won? Like barely, and he lost the popular vote twice, which means he's roughly illegitimate president, I suppose. Because Hillary Clinton won by what, 3 million votes, 4 million votes? It was a lot. It was only 70,000. This is what I'm talking about. The illegitimacy of the presidency has to do with the Electoral College in that scenario, not fraud. I don't know what she's about to say. If she says that there was voter fraud, the one thing we know about the 2016 election, insofar as fraud, is the Russian influence on the election, which every major intelligence agency on the planet agrees happened. So, I mean, and that was more of a psyop thing, which isn't as crazy as it sounds. It was more of a, push the news in a certain direction and have people that can't really parse information, on Facebook or through Twitter or whatever. You have these people get interactions with disinformation campaigns. Devotion. Yes, exactly. Disinformation. But I mean, like, that's a form of illegitimacy for sure. But it worked. And so I don't think she's claiming that there were like dead people voting, which is what you're saying. There you go. Anyway, Hillary Clinton sucks, by the way.
You can run the best campaign, you can even become the nominee, and you can have the election stolen from you. Trump knows he's an illegitimate president who got illegitimate foreign help.
Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. He did not win the election without help from Russia. You will see this, and he knows he's illegitimate. Every time you mention it, he freaks out.
I mean, all of that's true. I don't know what the point is that they're saying.
The truth is, the Mueller report details an audacious effort by the Russian government to impact and interfere with the 2016 election.
Yes, the Mueller report is an FBI report. Yeah, all of this is true. We are not talking about the same topic. We're not talking about the same topic. It's like if you had a football player and you're like, that guy's cheating, and you're like, what did he do? Or those two guys cheated. What did they do? Well, the first guy, he took performance enhancing drugs. You're like, okay, that's cheating. That's definitely cheating. Okay, sure, that's cheating. I get it. And then the other guy is a robot with like rocket booster feet. It's a different kind of cheating. You can't talk about it in the same way. One's illegitimate from a different perspective. Robot rights, 2077.
New evidence of Russia's determination to interfere in our election. A bipartisan report from the Senate Intelligence Committee details how Russia targeted voting systems in all 50 states and warns the threat persists today.
There's no doubt that the Russians did interfere in the election. And I think the interference, although not yet quantified, if fully investigated, would show that Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016.
Yes, this is true.
He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
I don't see this.
president-elect
based on facts.
as a legitimate president.
Yep.
You do not consider him a legitimate president.
Those are remarkable words, given the moral authority and democratic witness that John Lewis has bore throughout his life.
Coming from John Lewis, it resonates even more than it would from anybody else.
I've already decisively won many critical states, including massive victories in Florida.
Okay, so when you're the Daily Caller, and you show a bunch of people claiming fraud, and then you don't stop, and then you show a Trump clip, this just makes him seem like he's part of the corruption that you're saying is bad. Also, didn't he won? Am I mistaken here? Am I mistaken? That does look like it's red. Surprise. Okay.
Iowa, Indiana, Ohio.
Iowa, Indiana, Ohio. Iowa, Indiana, Ohio. Okay.
Okay, here we are again in the unusual position of not only interrupting the President of the United States, but correcting the President of the United States.
It has been 5 days.
Well, yeah, he was going on to say other shit.
Since it became clear that Joe Biden won the election.
Yep.
For Republicans looking at Georgia, there are questions now about whether the president's baseless claims of a stolen election could actually depress turnout for those really important runoffs.
Because an uwu hat? I don't know what that is, DGCO, but I'll never become a furry. You degenerate scum.
They indulged Donald Trump's claims of fraud.
Furries are fine. You can be a furry if you want.
Might have suppressed their vote so much that they could lose their Senate majority.
It has been a bad week for the Trump legal team that actually right now is holding a press conference that is so bananas we can't even bring it to you.
Yes.
Because it's just so full of BS.
You're interpreting what the president is talking about. We hear what the president is talking about, and what he's saying is BS. It is complete BS.
Big tick.
Can we start swearing, please? Can we just start swearing? Like, on CNN, just say, hey, that's bullshit, bro. Can we talk like normal people? I absolutely fucking hate people that don't talk normal, man. Just talk normal. Talk how you are. I don't mean code switch to be talk however I talk. I mean talk how you genuinely talk. If you're going to say BS, just say bullshit. Unless I guess you say BS at home, but I doubt it. Just swear if you need to. That's fine. When I run for president, again, you're going to be very refreshed by this. I'm going to be wearing a corn suit. I'm going to be saying, hey, you're just stupid. Stop being stupid. Seriously. You're dumb. This is absolutely terrible. Talk normal. In general, what's your opinion on code switching? Code switching is normal. You can tell when someone's doing it not organically. I talk to my friends different than I talk to you. Like, I'm not projecting to them like into a microphone. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a little bit more. It's not going to be from the chest as much. But code switching. The best example of code switching is when white people talk to black people, and you can hear them talk differently. But when you'll have someone talk like that, or a really good example again is news anchors. They code switch to sound non-regional and white. Yeah, code switching's supernatural though. Like, I talk to all my friends in a much more. I talk to you guys like that too. Where I'll be like, "Hey, bro, hey, man." Like, that's kind of how I talk to people. You see it more on Sunday because I'm talking to Arian, who is a friend of mine. So we talk a lot more casually. In this form, you don't get a different personality, but I do project a little bit more because I'm the only person talking. So I tend to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to describe it really. I'm not changing my personality. You don't get different content from me, but the way I talk to you is going to be a little bit different because I'm trying to speak to a broad audience. I'm trying to make sure that my diction is clear, and I don't have a shorthand with you like I have with some of my friends. Like if I talk to Alex or something, We have inside jokes and stuff. Like just like that. The way you talk to your friends and you might use lingo or something, that's code switching. So, yeah. There you go.
Is going out of its way to, well, pick winners and losers, to pick the information you are allowed to see and not allowed to see.
Well, last week we quoted Donald Trump. They labelled it misinformation.
You tried to...
Hi, everyone. Great to see Steam is still going. Just got to have a 10-hour drive through a snowstorm. Here's a new dog, Takoyaki. This is my favorite pick from the trip. So there's a dog from Singing Reaper. He's a puppy. Takoyaki. That sounds like some weeb shit. It's like Sorry to Bother You, but way less bizarre. Yes.
Post that New York Post story about the alleged controversy with Hunter Biden and the computer in Russia. And you got your Twitter account, your personal Twitter account. They took it down, right? They locked you out.
That's exactly right.
Wow, that was some hard-hitting facts from the Daily Wire. Wow. Dude, we can't lie. Well, I'm mad about it. All right. Okay. You don't get to lie. I don't tell you. You don't get to.